it does make that technology and that site more realistic and more viable. So that group is actively meeting. And beyond that, I saw that Don Ballack is walking in, but we should give him a second to unwind and come in. If does anybody else, could anybody else speak to the potential tax sharing agreement? Or
well, I can address certainly tax sharing agreement. We have another meeting scheduled for December, it looks like, and we have council involved with us now. We'll be going into next year before we have any conclusions to the tax sharing agreement. It is something that's taken a lot of time. There was some thought that we would visit some of the issues relating to annexations, which we had pulled off the table previously with city staff. That may factor in how successful we're going to be doing things. Certainly tax sharing agreements are important so that the cities and counties don't compete against each other. We're going to be having tax sharing agreement discussions in the long range. We'll be having them probably with Fort Bragg over the GP sign on the coast, as well as our activities here. So they're an important component of what we're doing. Another thing under the community initiatives, you'll see more. I think we have an item going before the board on the 9th of December. We're working with the community collaboration regarding broadband deployment in the county, and we've been putting some effort toward that, both at the federal level and also local level, in trying to develop a strategy. Because part of what hurts us out there in the economic development area is the fact that we don't have broadband deployed throughout the entire county. There's been some interesting conversations that have gone on with the group that's helping us, mostly from the coast. We do have a list of proposed partners that we'll be working with. We'll introduce on the 9th with the board to ask the board's approval for us to go forward with that as a project. It'll be a countywide initiative. I just was looking before I came in. There is a California Emerging Technology Fund, and we were hoping that there would be, it's a process where people can apply for money for various funding and projects in broadband specifically throughout the state of California. The only one that anybody submitted for Mendocino County, which I again think is interesting with all the potential that we do have. There's one in the agenda for the PUC for the 21st of November, and the project is asking for $60,000 to fund broadband deployment for 328 homes in the Hopham area, which I think was a surprise to both myself and probably Supervisor Colfax too, because I don't think any of us knew that was going on, but somebody has applied to the PUC for these grant funds for this purpose. So of all of the opportunities we have in this county, the only opportunity that anybody submitted a bid for was for this little project in Upland. I assume it may have something to do with potentially the Indian reservation, which is maybe why, because it does get you some extra points in the process, but I'm not sure of that. And we'll be doing some research with the various industries why it is that no one in the broadband market saw other than a $60,000 opportunity in Mendocino County. So I think that was a shock to all of us. So,
and we have one comment from board member Supervisor Pinson.
Talking about this tax sharing agreement with the city of Ukiah, I have a draft here from the Ukiah City Council on comments, not to the UVAP, but to the Mendocino County draft general plan.
yes.
And these are just three of their objectives that they'd like to see in our general plan. Number one is limit the amount of population growth and development in rural portions of the county outside of the cities and the selected unincorporated areas. Two, strongly encourage infill urban development within the counties before allowing urban development in the unincorporated communities in the county. And avoid urban sprawl by prohibiting extension of sewer and water services outside of designated urban areas, and oppose extension of sewer and water services outside of cities without annexation. Basically, what they're recommending to Mendocino County's general plan and this is not in the ULAP area, this is in all over the county, is to not let anything happen in the county. Is that the type of partner we want to enter into in a tax sharing agreement? I just offer that up.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that Mr. Ballack now has come in from the EDFC, and he's going to address our current efforts to retain business.
Don, are you bringing any roses with you? All we've seen is dead flowers so far.
We have roses.
Great.
We have roses. Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity this afternoon to visit with you to discuss a little bit about Economic Development and Finance Corporation.